Hi there, everyone. Hi there, hi there, hi there. I'm so glad that you could join me this evening. I want you to know that the hay fever is definitely working. It's definitely working. Oh yes, I've went through the sneezing already, and so I only anticipate going through more sneezing until I finish whatever it is that I decided to do today. I wanted to present something to you. I was listening to a lot of the debates that are going on at the moment, and I am apolitical in the moment. And I decided that I was going to say something or address it to some degree, and we'll see where it goes from there. But I wanted to connect you to a young man that I was paying attention to as far as his way of throwing his hat into the arena in terms of, and I don't mean for the election itself, I mean for the comments of all the comments that are happening online. Some valid, some interesting, and some not really too exciting for me. So, welcome, 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 everyone. This is the evening drive home, and I am NJ Evans. And I want to thank you so much for taking the time to stop by and visit with us. Yes, and I'll be your guide on tonight's journey. But I gave us a name for this particular course, this particular moment in time. All right. I call it the question in 2024 election is to be or not to be. Because we're looking at, is the vice president in or is she out? Is she really in, or will there be something that transpires somewhere in the line, down the line, the closer that we get to November, so that she'll be out and then somebody else will be in? And I'm not even talking about the Republican side of this. I'm just talking about just the straight up Democrats. Okay, so I'm kind of curious about that. So that's why I said to be or not to be. However, do we really know at least some of the important points of interest? For an example, taxes. I don't. I don't know what preceded. I don't know what is happening right now because that's never been my expertise. So I sit back and I listen to some of the more intelligent people that are involved with that, especially those who know how to play the tax game. So I'm bringing to you this evening a young man that I feel has a pretty good grip on that particular game. And right now, taxes are on the table to be debated. And believe it or not, by selecting one of the two candidates, you're actually picking which one of the taxes you're willing to endure for who knows how long. Many of us hear the portions of the topics from various resources, media, and so forth. But we're only hearing a slant pertaining to their point of view. We don't hear the whole thing. And plus, we also got to take into consideration that English is a very interesting language. It has duality and trickery in some places. And you got to really listen with a critical mind to know what is and what isn't, and which way we should go or maybe not go, or how much facts is really there and what's not there. And it becomes rather nebulous. So I am thinking, because of the state of affairs in our beautiful country, that this is becoming really important for us to understand and pay close attention to each storyline from the local levels all the way up to the President of the United States. There are so many things that have changed. And trust me, they have. I'm a baby boomer. There's so many things that have changed. New and old, some with rules and some without rules. At least not the way we knew it to be or we have known it to be, to have certain rules. So tonight I'd like to present to you, who I alluded to a few minutes ago, a young man. He's on YouTube. He has a YouTube channel. It's called Tax Alchemy, if I'm not mistaken. And his name is Karlton Dennis, and I refer to him as the Tax Man. He has many videos, so you can take a little peek and you can look at this one and that one. But the focus of this particular segment of our show is to just bring you into the presidential election and address some of the topics that is being spoken of. But we need somebody who can translate, who can take what the candidates are spewing and what they're saying about what we did here and what we didn't do there, and who can actually go back in time and say, yeah, well, there was a particular law that was presented, there was a particular bill that was presented, and guess what? This is the end results of that particular bill. So we need somebody who could speak clearly for the layman. At least I do. And that's because, as an average person, I want to be able to comprehend what's going on, to clearly understand what's at stake here. I mean, really, what's at stake? Something must be at stake. There's too much confusion around it. So, my disclaimer is that I'm sharing this information about Karlton Dennis. I have no affiliation with Karlton outside of the fact that I've been following him for a couple of years and I feel as if I know him, but I don't know him. But I like what he speaks about. And I like the manner in which he delivers that speech. So I am presenting him to you for those of you who are not acquainted with him. He has an insight about taxes. And I wanted us to allow him to share his knowledge. And maybe from him sharing the knowledge of the pros and the cons, and he does both sides of the fence, does Kamala, and then he also does Trump. And so what I wanted to do was really just say, okay, this candidate is this way, and this is what that tax statement meant, and this candidate is this way, and that's what that tax statement meant. And as I said a few minutes ago, he has an array of videos going right across the board. From he handles small businesses and large businesses, and his thing is to really come from the tax perspective. And let me see if I can find this thing here. One of the things that he had on his YouTube channel is he's a licensed enrolled agent based in the great state of California. And he helps anyone from small business owners to millionaires to reduce their tax bills legally each year. So that is who Karlton is. I'll have some links down at the bottom so that you'll be able to just peruse and come up with your questions. And please direct all of your questions to Karlton's.
It's 8 o'clock.
To Karlton's information, his YouTube channel. And there's one other thing that I'd like to ask of you on a personal note. The evening drive. We are trying to reach a goal. And I feel that we can reach the goal with your support because we're like need 25 more votes and then we're in, or 25 more subscriber and then we're in. We want to hit that just the 100 mark. And then I also would like for you to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. So, very short, to the point, wanted to share this with you. And I wanted to thank you so much for joining us on the days that you do. And I know this is very, very short, but I have reasons for that. And I wanted to say to you that I will be back in touch with you very soon. I'm working on my book. That's what the real deal is. I'm working on my book, and I'll let you know more about the book as I feel more comfortable with sharing that aspect. But in the meantime, know that I'm just not laying around on the beach in Phoenix, Arizona, you know, enjoying the 110, 115-degree weather. No, I should say 105-degree weather. Smile. It's okay. I'm only joking. I want you to drive safely and navigate the roads of life with this dexterity and critical thinking, just like you do while you're driving your vehicles. I mean, those who are driving vehicles without causing any accidents. Remember to create the reality that you truly do desire and not one that you don't. Thoughts are things, and your words manifest into reality. Interesting, right? Keep that in mind. I am NJ Evans, and I'd like to thank you so much for joining me this evening here on the Evening Drive Home. Ciao.